a second, guys. One second.
What up?
We've got to give a shout out to South Nashville Heating and Cooling.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Friend and supporter, Show and Prove. Also, the longest running sponsor of I Got Some Shit to Say, the podcast.
Absolutely. Look, man, South Nashville Heating and Cooling, where quality and craftsmanship come together. They've been doing this since 1985. That's almost 40 years of service. Expert designs, quality installations, superior service.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you something.
What's that?
Tell me.
I feel confident in the fact that South Nashville Heating and Cooling will keep me warm in the winter.
For sure.
It'll keep me cool in the summer.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, these middle months, you'll be comfortable even then.
Absolutely, dude.
Y'all know the deal, man. South Nashville Heating and Cooling. We love those guys. Y'all see the name. Y'all see the number. Tap in.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Always. It's I Got Some Shit to Say, the podcast, man. We're back like we don't stop, because trust us.
We never do.
We don't, man. We don't.
No.
All we do is work, and y'all know me.
Fuck you, Squints.
That's right, R.I.P.
Whizzle fizzle.
For every day, motherfucker. With me, as usual, to my right, I got
ChadOrmsTV.com.
that guy.
Yup, in my black.
ChadOrmsTV.com.
Yup, in my black tee.
In my
Gucci
black
Mane
tee.
and
Returning guest, dude, our good friend and fellow compadre, Blind Fury.
What's up, Bubba?
We here.
We here, man. What's
Back
up?
again.
Back again, man.
Oh yeah, okay. Thank
What
you,
happened?
baby.
Shot Melly Mel.
Yeah,
What
she was
happened?
making sure everything's good. The door wasn't shut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We left it cracked.
Yeah.
Crack that
Shout out to Crack.
motherfucker.
Shout out Blind Fury.
Shout out to Crack.
Yeah.
Don't step on it.
Goat's available now. If you missed us a couple weeks ago, last week, I don't know when we're doing this. We just recorded an episode and fucking just to applaud the fucking collaborative efforts from Chad Arms and Blind Fury. Their recently entitled collab project Goats available now. Getting old and telling stories.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That means there's like 3 visuals out by now for that thing.
Well,
2.
if this is coming out a couple weeks after the last one, there'll probably be a new one out. So
New one. Yeah.
just hit the subscribe button, and when you're doing that, subscribe to I Got Some Shit to Say, the podcast YouTube.
Do it or get the fuck
Subscribe to
out.
Blind Fury's YouTube.
Yep.
And just subscribe, motherfucker.
Ride the wave, baby.
Make sure you hit that little bell, so you get your notifications.
Notifications.
Hit it.
Notifications very
Hit it,
important.
don't quit
I don't
it.
think all of you understand how really important that really is, dude.
It really is.
It's
Even if you don't give a fuck, it's
it's
just
gravely.
it's just a stupid fucking notification you don't care about on like 98% of the other notifications on your
fucking
phone.
hit it.
Yeah, just
okay?
void it if you don't care, but just hit the bell for now.
Yeah.
Try it on.
Did y'all get all that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You
Shout out
better.
Blind Fury.
Shout out to me.
Yeah, always, dude. Fellas, what's up? What we doing? Well, we're here, right?
We are here.
We have to
here, man.
maximize off the time we spend together, guys.
Yeah.
Because not only is Blind Fury in town while we're here promoting Goats, and there's no way we're not going to get like a dual episode. We had to run it back.
Yeah, we had to
Right?
run it.
The last episode we had Fury, it was so focused on we have such natural conversations.
Yeah.
Right? It was hard for us to even introduce Fury to the podcast and remember in that initial one that we had to cover Goats. It kind of fuck it, right? In this one, there's no structure. There's nothing. We ain't got to do shit. We ain't got to comment about shit. We got to remind y'all that Goats is available now and that Fury's here. That's it.
That's it.
We're here now. Fury, you look very nice in your wardrobe change.
Really nice, dude.
Really nice, Clark.
Really nice.
Chad, did you see where Chevy Chase is coming to town?
No, yeah, I did.
I sent
got
you the
that.
link,
I
bro.
know, you did, and a bunch of other people did, because they said you can go meet Cousin Eddie.
Yes, and Chevy Chase at some
Well,
comic thing.
It's here, and chilling with Blind Fury is more important than meeting Cousin
Facts.
Eddie.
I get that. I think that it is this week, right?
Yeah. Well, when this is being filmed, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude.
I went to one of those one time to meet Squints.
You did meet Squints, and you almost got him back on the podcast, didn't you?
Yes. He's
And
a big
he
weed enthusiast
and he fucking
guy.
backed out.
Yeah, he did. He was in town and said that he would pull up. God, that would have been epic. Could you imagine if I got Squints, the real Squints, Chauncey
Real
Laparty from Sandlot on the pod?
That would have
Yeah,
been
man.
crazy.
Wouldn't it be epic?
Shout out to Weed.
Shout out to weed.
Yeah,
It brings people together.
It
Yeah.
does. We need to hear the backstory of Squints, Palladorus, and Wendy Peppercorn. Like, not the on screen that we saw. But
Yeah.
we need to know if there was, you know what I'm saying, like how that came about. How was it working with Wendy Peppercorn? How
Great.
was it also working with James Earl Jones? You know what I'm saying? R.I.P.
Shout out, James.
Atlantic Mobile.
Dude, Fury, your fucking impersonation.
Do the Reese Piecey that I'm going to break when he does this. Do it.
Reese Piecey. Hey.
Back in the day, I was just a little blind Stevie. Now that I'm old, I like to eat Reese Piecey. Yeah.
The spot on impersonation of fucking Darth Vader, bruh.
Oh yeah,
Mr. McDowell.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude.
The most
Not
creditable
King Joppa
impression
Joe,
that I got to give you, Fury, is when I heard you do Just in Time for the first time.
Hey, dude, you're such a fucking pussy, Squints. I swear, you won't do a shot or anything with me. You're a pussy.
That's a very good Justin, dude.
Yeah.
Why is that, bro? That you're such...
He's just good,
Well,
dude. Justin, that's a spot on Justin.
I spent a lot of time inside.
Yeah.
And I watched a lot of TV.
Yeah.
I'm going to get blown up in the comments about that. But I watched a lot of TV and listened to a lot, and I have perfect pitch.
He said I'm going to get blown up in the
Dude,
comments.
they don't. People are like, well, how did you watch it? Like, he's talking. You know what he's talking about, motherfuckers.
Right. Well,
God damn, bro.
Fun fact.
Calm down, people. If
you go to your language options on your smart TV, you can turn on audio descriptions, and you can watch TV the way I do. It's just with narration of the action scenes.
Yeah.
But anyway, I listened to a lot of shit and just learned how to mimic voices. It was a party trick. Got me a lot of friends.
Yeah. It seems like, though, that it's almost like a trait from somebody that's vision impaired.
Say blind.
No.
Why?
Because.
Say it.
Blind.
There you go.
Thanks.
All right.
I feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's cool.
Sorry.
It's cool. He knows.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck. It seems like that, though. It seems like blind people do have like that ability to mimic things, and like your senses are fucking. Your opposing senses are like through the roof.
Yeah. Well, it's like muscle memory. It's something you work at.
Yeah.
You know, because you have to.
Yeah, you rely on it more.
Right. You know, it's kind of like if you're paralyzed from the waist down, your arms are brolic. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to lift yourself
brolic.
up. Yeah, brolic.
Yeah, brolic. He's watching.
Great word.
Yeah.
Great word. Yeah, he's watching.
Yeah.
Brolic.
Brolic.
We talked about this a little bit when we were shooting the video for God Bless the Plug, when we were like walking from one location to the next. Because Fury was kind of just telling me how everything came about. Like when he was born blind. So I asked him, I was like, do you ever feel like you would, if you could have the opportunity to fully like see, and didn't you say like the doctors was telling you that like if that happened, your brain would like overload basically?
I got told by a therapist one time when I was a lot more healthy mentally, that it would be too much. What is it like? The word ingoing, impulse, like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's too much coming in at one time, so you wouldn't be able to do like if I wake up out of nowhere and open my eyes and I'm getting all of this information coming into me, it'll make you crazy.
Yeah.
Too much sensory input. That's the word. Input.
Sensory input.
What do you think?
I don't think that I need to be able to see. I think that, you know, whatever the higher power is, whatever you believe, if it meant for me to see, then I'd see. You know, I feel like I serve a greater purpose.
Interesting.
No, I mean,
it's a great answer.
Yeah, and I think that shit's real though to me.
And with my temperament, the way it is, if I had 20/20 vision, I'd be like King Von, honestly, out here probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because but it's just wild to me, man, that like people can't understand like how somebody, because they don't have.
It's just taken for granted, if you ask me. I think because like I even to try to grasp the concept or envision myself in that particular situation where I couldn't see.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how. Like it's so applaudable. Yet when you really grasp it, like when I sit and I think about the life I've watched of Blind Fury as a consumer, and to know at the end of the conversation he's still blind.
Yeah.
And to achieve the things you've achieved, and just to envision some of the scenarios you could have been in as far as like label talks or just fucking rooms full of people or scenario or on national television or.
Well, I'll give you a couple fun facts.
Go. I'll give you two real out the jump.
All right. So one.
There's a second.
There's a second.
So I don't have to hit it again.
Two.
Go ahead.
All right. So one, in 2003, I actually won that MTV battle by popular opinion, but Dame Dash said, I can't market a blind white rapper.
Wow. Okay.
That's crazy. Like, and you know, 22 years ago, you probably couldn't have, because it was all gangster rap and chains and, you know, shit I wasn't doing, you know?
Yeah.
I wasn't a part of that. So that kind of passed me by, but I still was able to maintain, a little bit of a fan base. A lot of people were like, man, they jerked you, they fucked you. You know what I'm saying? So I kept that going, and in the process was still kind of able to keep my name out there, and that helped a lot. But yeah, like the blindness definitely played a part in hindering me from certain conversations just because of that.
Wow. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's
honestly.
the most commented thing that we get on all of our any of our clips.
Yeah.
Is I can't believe labels passed on him all these years, and it's exactly what he's saying. I mean, it's just because of them not wanting to take a chance on him because of his blindness. But like that's
now being 40, that you're 40 and you're grown and you've been in and out of the game mentally for so long, and then like now physically, like admitting that you're back in this shit and rocking with S&P and all that good jazz, like even like now knowing the value that a songwriter holds,
right?
Like even like because I admittedly 2 weeks ago I said on this microphone that you were a creative genius, and I meant every fucking syllable of it. But like,
thank you.
You would think that even from that, you know what I mean? Like even Dame Dash, like being the visionary that he is, he would have said like, maybe I can't market him as an individual, but he's clearly something special. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think going into my second fun fact, I think a lot of it came from I didn't grow up around blind people, and so I didn't talk and walk and act like a blind person.
Flex,
And
major
so,
flex.
Yeah.
My mom didn't allow me to go away to blind boarding school and shit like that. She was like, look, the world's full of sighted people. You got to be able to function in that world. You know what I'm saying? Which she's right. You ain't going to be around blind people all your life. So that being said, it was kind of like, well, it's an unbelievable, like he's rapping and he's doing this, but he's blind.
Yeah.
And no. So that's really what it was. Like it was a gift and a curse is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you was telling me like you went to public schools. Like, which usually wasn't a thing, like for blind kids. Like
they wanted my mom to send me off so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you just grew up like all just knowing like that life.
Yeah.
That side
Where'd
of
you
it.
grow up, Fury?
I grew up in South Carolina.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Little town called Lugoff, where I'm from.
Lugo.
I went to school in
That
Camden.
no one could pronounce.
Yeah. They busted me across the bridge because they didn't have a Braille teacher in Lugoff, but Camden had a budget to hire one. So.
Oh, fun fact.
Shout out Camden.
That's a fun fact.
Fun fact.
Shout out to budgets.
Yeah, shout out to
budgets.
budgets.
They're watching.
Yep.
I wish. Yeah, dude. I think while it's almost while we sit and we reference to it now, and you almost consider it to like hindering back then. Do you think it's more applaudable now?
I think people pay a lot less attention to it now.
Yeah.
I think there's so much diversity in music and in art in general.
Yes.
That and even nowadays, labeling things is offensive to a lot of people.
Facts. Big facts.
So I think that people try to steer away from the blind shit as much as they can.
So it's more accepting, you think?
Yeah.
I think so too. Not that I have to openly admit that I could see it being hindering back then. I never even thought about it from that perspective. I really didn't. But because to me, seeing Blind Fury on Black Entertainment Television to me was incredible. And being like a freestyle, he's there in a hip hop culture representing a white boy. I didn't even give a fuck that he was blind. Like that's just being transparent.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was like me from where I was in those years. It was iconic.
Right.
And to hear 20 years later, as we sit here as buddies, and you tell me like that's how it was. Like that's the feeling of it all. Like it's kind of eye opening to me.
Right.
No pun intended. But at the same time, shame on me for not ever thinking like that.
Shame on you.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But it's hard to grasp, Fury. It really is.
It really is.
And then to like sit and conversate with you and like hear like even the shit we say off camera and stuff, bro. Like you're so down to earth and humble with it. Like it's like it doesn't seem to hinder you at all. And I'm scared of your fucking senses, just to be 100%. I really am.
Cold with it.
You gotta be that way, man. You gotta be humble and remember where you come from, because you can get back there just as quick as you got wherever you at.
Yeah,
that's real.
For sure.
And
Big facts.
I owe a lot to the people that helped me get where I'm at. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like Chad will tell you, because Chad has been to where I live in South Carolina. Like I live where I grew up, so I can't be out here capping, and acting a certain way. Because when I go back home, I'm gonna run into people to be like, "That's not you." That ain't who you are. You can't be like that.
Right.
So,
And
yeah.
like you, people know you initially, most people, from the freestyle battle and stuff like that. So like when people have seen you do this, like country stuff in the past that you've already released, or like stuff you've done with us that's got country stuff in it, people don't even understand that that's always been a part of you too. Correct? Like the country, like loving country music.
South Carolina.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like you got him there.
Yeah. People just think he's a dope freestyle dude on BT.
Sure.
You know what I mean, on BT. And they see that and they're like, I didn't know this. But like, no, bro, that's been a
I see your point. No, you're absolutely right.
I mean, as a kid, I was a keyboard player in a lot of like shag bands.
I didn't know that.
Shout out to shag music.
Shout out
big in
you
South
for being a
Carolina.
keyboard player. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
he can play everything by ear, bro. He just has to listen to it.
Don't yell at me.
But, you know, like I played in a lot of wedding bands as like a 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old. So I was well-rounded in music, and I grew up around different kinds of music. And country music spoke to bluegrass is my favorite kind of music in the world.
Yeah.
I love a mandolin and a banjo and a fiddle. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you play them?
No.
That's dope, though, man.
It is dope.
Is Ricky Skaggs your favorite of all
Yes.
time? Yeah.
Shout out Ricky Skaggs.
And you got to meet him, too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Me and my fiance actually got together at a Ricky Skaggs show. Like, I had met her before then, but where we met officially was at a Ricky Skaggs show.
Oh, that's dope, bro. It's your favorite artist, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
He used to come in and buy a lot of stuff at Best Buy, dude. Ricky Skaggs. Like, oh, look, Skaggs is coming in,
Skaggs
dude.
is coming in, dude.
Skaggs is coming there to get a fucking GoPro or whatever.
Still a
he
killer,
got.
man.
He is, dude, at 68, 69 years old.
Yeah, he's still at the Opry every other week.
Every other week.
Yeah. The company I work for full time, like we print the posters every week, so I have the luxury of knowing who's at the Opry and the Ryman every week.
I need to go and see him at the Opry one of these weeks when I'm down here.
Yeah.
It's an experience. You ever been there?
No.
The acoustics are amazing.
We'll
You would
have
definitely
to
appreciate
figure that out, bro. Where we can take you there one day when you come down or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a special place.
Find out when Skaggs is going to be down there, and we'll
He's
try to,
such a
schedule it.
regular appearance there, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure, like one of the Tuesday, Wednesday shows, like man,
Yeah,
he's in that lineup
we'll look
somewhere.
Into that, Fury.
And like I said, I get the lineups weekly.
Okay.
So you just let me know, and I'll fulfill.
Let's keep an eye on.
Tell you who's on there.
Look, he's like in real life because when I met him, I only met him once, right? And when I met him, he's like a sweet old guy. Like I'm like, this is my second Skaggs show at the time it was. He was like, bless your heart. Where'd you see me first? I was like, Ashland, Kentucky. He goes, my Lord, you're a long way from there. It was funny.
So like the OG for sure, dude.
Right?
OG Triple. Had some Werther's originals probably in his
probably.
pocket.
As we
Shout out to them.
Ain't it crazy though how we get older, and the people that were like when we were young, they were already successful. We don't like grasp how old they are now.
It's like we expected them not to age.
Like R.I.P. Gene Hackman, but I had no idea.
95.
Bro, I had and they were showing pictures of him. Clearly, he wasn't fucking 95 in these pictures I was
Right.
seeing of him.
It
But
was like-
still, the fact he was 95 made me feel ancient. And then, like just now, when you said 68, 69, 70 years old for Ricky Skaggs,
Yeah.
same kind of discussion. I remember Ricky Skaggs had #1 records on country radio. Like,
Yeah, I do too.
you know what I mean? Like it's crazy. And now he's literally, it's like he took a transition, like and just got away from the country shit and just focused on bluegrass and
That's his love. That's
still
what he
being
loves doing.
such as impactful and built like that legendary status through that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Just pull up, Ricky. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Pull up RS.
Shout out
Come
Ricky
on.
Skaggs. He's watching.
Shout out Skaggs, man.
Shout out
So,
Ricky Skaggs.
I had a real proud moment the other night, and
Okay.
it wasn't even for me.
Yeah.
I'm in Walmart with my fiance, and we're just walking around the store picking up random shit, and Jelly Roll comes on the Walmart speakers.
Ain't that
dude.
something?
It's wild.
I tell people all the time, y'all don't realize that 6-7 years ago, I saw Jelly Roll in a venue of 15 people, and it was burning up inside. Like, nobody was there to see Jelly. They were there to see ICP or whoever the fuck was there that night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And people act like it's this new thing. I'm like, nah, he grinded hard to get there, bro. And I'm proud to see that, man.
No, it was cool, man. Like I've been hearing him
Everywhere.
we've heard him in Walmart for sure. But like, what was crazy to me? It's not bigger than Walmart, but it was just cool. Like we went to Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, yeah.
And fucking Need a Favor comes on while we're eating our damn cheese fries. I'm like, this is fucking crazy.
I've had that
Insane.
happen.
Yeah.
That's insane.
The
Oh,
cheese
it's
fries
crazy.
are as well insane at Texas Roadhouse.
They are
Shout
insane
out
at
to them.
Texas Roadhouse. The Southwest cheese fries, bro.
the Southwest.
Fancy man, huh?
Favorite food, Fury.
Yeah.
Triple F.
While we're talking about senses and shit.
Favorite food.
What's your? I bet Fury's palate is amazing. What's your favorite food, Blind Fury?
I really love soul food. And,
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And I mean like hog jowl and greens.
Okay.
And black eyed peas.
That's South Carolina soul food.
Yeah, and
I get it.
You know, cornbread and baked chicken, fried chicken, turkey wings.
Sure.
Let's go.
Yeah, all that good shit. Rice, gotta have some rice.
Gotta have some rice.
I'll take some rice, please.
I'll take some rice.
Rice.
Shout out to we got Fury some of that Blue Roof Chinese food.
Okay.
man.
How'd you feel about that?
Man, look, it was some of the best Chinese I've had in a long time.
very
That
good.
General Tso's chicken is spicy as
Shout out to the general.
Yeah.
That's my go-to.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
It's very spicy. It's good,
Squints
though.
has definitely had the wings. Mel brought the wings to the struggle
And
episode.
held them.
Are they good?
And Lex ate so many so fast that one time.
Yeah.
Lex
I
killed
inhaled
the
'em.
wings. But that he hasn't tried the
God, that was so
General
long
chicken.
ago. When you
Yeah,
say
it's-
the struggle episode, that was so long ago.
Yeah, shout out Strug.
Yeah, Strug pulled up. Yeah, he's making his fucking movie debut, bro.
I know,
Shout
I
out
can't
Strug,
wait to
man.
see it, man. Shout out
Yeah,
Strug.
it's a
I
good
love
movie.
the new record with him and Clever too. I know it's not. I mean, it's not new, but it's been out for a minute.
Bro, I watched while we're speaking on this. I'm gonna speak on Yellow Wolf. Yellow Wolf's in the same movie, I believe. I watched the other night on Netflix the Peanut Butter Falcon.
So good.
Such a good
So
movie, dude.
good.
Shia LaBeouf, one of the most underrated actors.
So, shot Yellow. Yellow pulled up here about a month or two ago. Finally, it took forever to get him here on the pod. Almost as long as it took Blind Fury.
Yep.
yeah,
But when Yellow pulled up, he mentioned to me the Peanut Butter Falcon, and and I told him I had no fucking clue what he's talking about. If I remember right, we had to find a clip. But he mentioned the Peanut Butter Falcon and how it was about a Down syndrome kid
Yep.
that wanted to be a professional wrestler,
Right.
and he runs away or something. He said
He
that
breaks
to
out of
me,
the home where he's at.
and
So good,
I
man.
laughed though at that comment from him. Like I thought it was just like a
made it up?
train wreck of a movie type
Oh
shit.
no, that's
No.
amazing.
And this movie fucking
it
Make
put a
you
lump
cry,
in
bro.
my throat, bro.
Make you
Pause.
cry, dog.
made
for sure.
you cry.
Yeah.
I don't.
No,
I
it was an
understand. That
emotional
shit was
movie.
sad,
It was an
bro.
emotional movie. It really was, but it was it was interesting, and it shot Yellow Wolf, man. He killed that shit, and he had a much more larger role than I
forgot
anticipated.
Yellow was in that, yeah.
and he has a fucking like.
Yeah.
It's like when they showed him initially.
Shout out
Again,
Wolf.
shout out Wolf. When they showed him initially, I was like, "Oh shit!" This now I remember. It didn't even click on
Yeah,
me
I forgot-
until
yeah, I forgot about
right?
that, bro.
And then the boy starts busting out some damn lines. Like he had some notable lines.
Yeah.
Through a few scenes, an aggressive scene with Shia LaBeouf where he's like kicking his ass and shit. And I was like, "Damn, bro, shout out Yellow Wolf."
So I'm gonna lighten your mood a little bit.
Go.
Feel
Go
free
ahead.
to edit this one out if you need to.
Nah, we don't take shit out of this.
So you brought up Down syndrome in wrestling, right?
Yeah.
You guys ever seen that dude Superhuman?
No.
ICP, dude.
Yeah, no, this is for the juggler.
Yes. Yes. Whoop whoop.
I've watched so many of his going through micro machines.
Bruh.
Yes.
Poor kid.
Waves and refrigerators.
Why
and
though,
things.
Bubba? Why?
Bubba?
He hit
Y'all
a-
leave that kid alone. Stop entertaining
No,
that
he
shit.
hit a new pocket because I saw a video the other day where he's not jumping on shit. He's setting up a refrigerator and then he's going about 30 yards back and then just full on sprinting and just running right into it.
Woo woo.
And then
Man.
he takes his shirt off. He said, "Fuck
this shit.
Yep.
Yeah, dog.
He's
I
one of
know
my
who you're
favorite
talking-
people.
I love the fact that when you mentioned him by name, I had no fucking clue who you were talking about.
Yeah, when he said that.
And then he
yeah.
said, "This is for juggalos."
And juggalettes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he goes off, dude, and he drops that Macho Man elbow drop on a fucking cactus or something.
And then whatever,
With no
and then
shirt on.
he will roll over and say, "My elbow."
He sells it good, dude.
Yeah,
Some
Bruh.
of it I think's literally hurting him, but
It's cap.
you think it's cap?
Everything is.
Everything
is cap.
That's the name of this episode.
It is the name of this episode. But dude,
Yeah.
Chad, that kid gets hurt, bro.
No, he definitely
The
does.
shit he puts himself like some of the shit he'll be like, "This is the blah 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 blah."
Here's a flaming table. I'm gonna
full of Legos and jumping jacks, and he just fucking belly flops into that motherfucker, dude.
There's one where he jumps on a microwave and he lands on it wrong, and
Yep.
it's like, and it don't like,
Break.
yeah, and
break, yeah.
it's rough on him.
It's rough on him.
And he'll be right up there jumping off something 2 weeks later. That motherfucker be on a trampoline and shit. Double.
I want to know who's letting him
Fuck.
do that.
Who's filming him? Yeah.
Shit.
Say, hey, this is a good idea. Go get some fucking. Go get a box of Gushers out of the goddamn Kroger.
The fact that all three of us are sitting here
top.
referencing to him, we know who he is. Think of the revenue stream. He's probably bringing in fucking enough money to pay his doctor bills.
Want to pay them fucking buy them Lego machines.
And then he goes out to
Lego machines.
The Lego machines. He goes out to the fucking the gathering of the Juggalos, and he's a fucking star
Out there, yeah,
dude.
Until he jumps off something and breaks something, and he has to go to the hospital until next year.
They're like, we're not paying your bills.
He's like the main attraction until he performs, and then it's over.
Well, I mean, if we're being real, he's kind of a one-trick pony. I mean, he's just going to jump in. He's going to macho man onto a microwave. And I'm going to watch it every time.
Yep.
But in person, I don't know how much it'll hit after the first. I mean,
he has Down syndrome?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Well, salute to that. I love everybody, but I love him for sure, especially in the social media form, because he's very entertaining. So salute to you, Bubba.
Shout out to the Peanut Butter Falcon. Go watch it. It's on Netflix now.
PBF.
Shout out Yellow Wolf. Shout out Struggle, though. That's how that whole started. That's how that whole shit started.
That's how this works, guys. I love everybody. I love you, man.
Absolutely.
Great movie.
Yep.
It went full circle.
I Love You, Man is such a great movie.
Dude, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite comedies for sure.
For sure.
What's your favorite comedy?
Slappa de Bears. Fucking okay.
What's yours, Fury?
1,000 Ways to Die in the West.
Really?
Ooh,
Yes.
okay.
Never seen it.
Really?
Really?
I don't
Chad,
think
who's
I've
in
seen
it?
I don't know.
What?
I know of the movie, but I haven't
To
seen
the Google machine. Will you look at it? I just want to see
Google
it.
If he's
machine.
seen it, he may know.
Yeah, but will you just Google it, Chad, so I can see the cover or some shit?
What's it called?
1,000 Ways to Die in the West.
Is that the Seth
MacFarlane.
Seth
Yep.
MacFarlane? Yes,
Yeah.
I thought you were somebody like.
Can I see it?
It's
Yeah.
like a
Once
don't
Chad
do
knew
that-
what he was,
Don't do that
he-
with your hand. Can I see it?
I was going to say,
Adolf.
Chad, though, once Chad knew that he knew what it was, he didn't have to show me no more. And I done hit the Google machine button. I don't know what it is.
That was a very selfish act on my part. After I remember, I'm
Right.
like, fuck your knowledge. I
Yeah.
found mine. Yeah.
And then I fucking Hitlered you, and
Right.
I get fucking scorned for
you
it.
didn't Hitler me.
Thanks.
Thanks.
It was kind of like a reverse alley-oop.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you're
what it
right.
was.
You're
It was
right.
that.
You're right.
Okay, well I can't. Okay, there it is.
How the West? What? How the West was won?
A Million Ways to Die in the West.
That's Ted, bro.
No, but read what it says. A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Why is Ted in it? Oh, he's
It's
sitting
Seth-
with Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
the same guy. That
That's your
created
funny.
Ted.
I know that cover. That's your
Family
funniest
Guy?
movie for real.
One of, I would say, listen, dude, what it is allegedly me and my fiance every once in a while will get a little acid.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's
Make a
fucking
movie
go.
LFG.
Yeah. And
Fucking
it goes
yes.
back to that type shit. And that movie made me laugh harder than anything has in a long time.
You
cool.
want to know what mine is?
What?
A Night Before.
A night, but oh man, that is such a good movie.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
And that was
Squints
the
loves
one
movie.
that took me there. Like, yes.
I
Like,
get it
know
though.
what
It's
you're
a
talking
trippy
about.
movie because they do drugs the whole movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was laughing so hard. first
Shout out to
time I saw it.
JGL.
Shout out
dude.
to Acid, man.
Joseph
Yeah.
Gordon-Levitt killed that shit, dude.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he did for sure.
Shout out to Acid though.
Shout out to Acid, bro. We used to eat so much Acid Fury. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about this on camera. I may have to bleep the word acid.
not? It's
But
just-
it makes the edit so much better. But yeah, dude. Shit. Yeah, that's a fun stories. Chad, that was before Chad probably witnessed me on numerous drugs through our career.
Yeah.
But not acid. Acid
I don't
was,
think
he was
acid's
never around
ever
me on
been.
acid.
Yeah.
But that was like right out of high school, those days, bro. Man, we used to indulge. I've ate acid a lot of fucking times though. Enough to where I probably mentally impaired.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And if that's like the remedy to get that way, like I'm sure I'm fucking 2 or 3 hits away from just
Yeah.
being full blown retarded.
You know, but they used to tell that to us when we were kids.
I think it's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit.
Everything's
If you eat
cap,
3
man.
hits of acid, you'll go insane.
That's
Everything's
bullshit. That's totally bullshit. Because I know there was numerous nights where I ate well more than 3 hits of
Well
acid.
more, yep.
Yeah,
We gotta get Fury.
Acid?
Everything is capped.
me and
Merch.
Fury need some acid.
Yeah,
What
we do.
the fuck is it like to trip acid blind?
It's
What the fuck?
Tell us, dude, what it's like.
It's very spiritual.
I bet, dude.
It's very heightening. Like all your senses are heightened, and you perceive things differently.
Wow.
Like, your mind's way more open because it's not clouded.
Yeah, that's acid in general.
Yeah. So everything is like way funnier and brighter, and just I don't know.
Yeah.
Music sounds better. Food tastes better.
Of course. I can't, the food maybe, but the visuals though,
Yeah.
like for someone who's not has vision impairment, like it fucks with your vision insanely, like right. But when you would close your eyes, you're still fucking. It's
That's
still
what I get.
insane.
Yeah,
So you just have that the whole time.
The whole time.
Wow, that's trippy.
And the world
So
is my oyster.
what are the negatives about it? Because y'all are really pitching
Selling
it
it.
like it's. I mean,
There are no negatives.
There's really not.
No.
The
it's
only
just not something you can do.
you have to go into it to a clear mind. You just can't go in it with that fucking, I hope I don't have a bad trip. All that stupid negative bullshit that people try to like. You have to go in it open-minded and just ready to encounter the world in a different take.
And fun fact about acid.
Go.
There we go.
You can't do acid back to back to back. Like after you trip,
you
gotta
need to
wait
take
a few
some
days.
time off.
You got to take time
Oh,
off.
okay, so that's why people don't. Okay.
Yeah, you can like double down the next day. One of the fun fact, I only did this one time, and it was one time where my friend blacked out and on acid. It was the craziest shit ever. But we did gel caps 2 nights in a row, and the first night, hell of a ride.
Yeah.
Well, it was left of a 10 strip. We double back the second night, and that's where I learned that you have to double down.
Yep.
So you have to double down if you go 2 nights in a row.
Yep.
Which was easily achievable, but it took us to a planet we were not ready to encounter.
Nope.
And it was one of the most memorable experiences I ever had on acid. But I didn't black out. That's all I'm saying. I was downtown. I was downtown on 2nd Avenue. That's how old this story is. I was on 2nd Avenue, and I was with my buddy. We'll call him Jay. Jay was driving, and he was we were tripping balls.
This is the story I remember you telling me.
You're absolutely right. I've told this story before. I'm in the passenger seat, Fury, and I'm rapping my ass off. When I was on acid, I could freestyle the best that I could freestyle.
Fucking honky.
It was on acid.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Jay just stops me. He puts his arm on me like, whoa, Squint, stop. Wait. Where am I? Did I just wake up? Hold the fuck up. What? And we're just riding down 2nd Avenue, bro. Like in traffic, like stopped, like bumper to bumper.
How are you alive, Bubba?
Yeah, dude, my other homie passed out the wheel on shrooms. That was even
That's what
crazier.
I was thinking. Which one was it when somebody passed out and then woke up vomiting violently?
Yes, that was another story. That was a shroom story.
That's what I was.
That was
remembering.
at a red light in Hermitage, Tennessee.
That's
a
what I
very
meant.
busy intersection, and my homeboy was sitting at that red light and said, "Man, I'm so," and just passed out,
That's why
blackout,
That's why I don't eat mushrooms anymore.
bro. And we just started rolling through that stoplight.
That
just
happened
rolling.
to me.
And I looked out the window, Fury, and I've never seen more headlights in my entire life. I was tripping balls, bro. And he woke up and started violently vomiting everywhere.
Oh my god!
I can't do mushrooms anymore for that reason.
Yeah, they're I've never had that type of experience on it, but I've had 2 people vomit on me while driving on shrooms.
I mean, that's cool.
That's a horrible experience, man.
It's
just you two. It's just you two in the car.
in an automobile, mobile. Like
all
moving.
3 people that I just mentioned, from the acid story to the 2 shroom experiences, all 3 of those candidates' names start with the letter J.
And so does yours.
And they're 3 different people.
That's
Ain't
crazy.
that crazy?
Ain't that crazy?
And I'm
Ain't
a J
that
too.
And
You're a J. Well, that sounded a little
That
weird.
sounded a little weird.
Sorry.
Your name starts with J
Thanks.
as
You're not
well.
a J.
Sorry, guys.
You're not a J. That sounds like, you know what I mean?
No. I ain't gonna let you do that to yourself, Josh.
Yeah, you're a Josh.
Sorry, guys.
man.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. What were we talking about?
Kanye West, I think. I don't remember.
Did
what
you
it
buy a
was.
swastika shirt?
No.
Oh, I did
I was
not.
just asking. I mean, they were for sale.
No, I did not. We were talking about a lot of stuff. We were talking about acid. Y'all were selling it like a 2021
acid.
Ultima.
There's no way I'm bleeping out the word acid.
No.
no,
If I
dude.
did, I'd
Too
be
many
working.
times.
Yeah, we've said it way too many times.
Yeah, they're watching.
Yeah,
you know
they're
what I'm
watching.
saying? Like
Fuck it.
we were talking about favorite movies.
Yeah.
and that's what got us on that talk about the night before.
That's what took us there. Shot Blind
The
Fury.
best, my favorite comedy ever is Dumb and Dumber. It's not ever going to
Yeah.
change. I mean, it's the best comedy ever to me.
It's up there for sure, bro.
The First Vacation is up there for me.
No, I got to watch that movie Fury talked about.
That
Oh,
was
no,
The first
yeah.
vacation, you mean like family vacation?
Yeah, Christmas.
Yeah,
the
gotcha.
first one,
yeah, I'm right there with you.
You ever seen
Chevy
Vacation Friends
Ye-
with John Cena in it?
I think I've seen the first one. Is there 2 of them?
Yeah.
I've seen the first one.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a great movie.
Yeah, I need to watch
What
the
about-
second
It's very rare you throw movies out and Chad not seen them
What
or heard
about
them.
Ricky Stenicki?
I watched it
one.
recently.
Chance has been telling us
I
to watch
watched it.
that all year.
Shot
I need to
Andrew
watch-
Santino.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to watch that.
Such a good movie.
It's Fairly Brothers.
I'm a
too,
big
the same people
Santino
that did
guy.
Dumb and
Yeah.
Dumber. Yeah.
I'm a big
Shout out to
Mark
Over the Top
Norman guy.
podcast as well, guys.
Shout out Over the Top podcast.
We
It's
got
hitting 100 episodes.
for sure. We got to get Fury on there, even if it's a remote episode or something.
He seems like a big movie guy. So
He likes old wrestling too.
Shout wrestling. Shout Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yeah.
And shout out to Lee. Shout out to the homie Lee.
Yep.
He's a big fan of the podcast. He's here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out Lee.
He's a big
Squints fan.
wrestling.
Loves
big
Yeah,
Squint,
shout out Lee.
Shout out to
It's
him.
the only fan Squints has.
Fun fact, he told me though, he's like, bro, we were he hits me up, bro, and I didn't recognize him initially like through visually. He's like, bro, I like DM you asking your opinion on UFC fights. I was like, oh fuck, I know who that was.
Yeah, I know you. That's cool.
Shout out Lee though.
Yeah, shout out Lee.
Shout out to the squad.
Oh
man.
yeah,
Don't
they're
it feel
outside.
cool when you meet your fans and shit?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. That's probably my favorite thing about it.
Until you meet the really drunk, obnoxious ones.
That happens a lot though.
Then they repeat themselves over and over
Yeah.
and over.
Yeah, you're right. That happens a lot just based off the events we go around. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
So it's cool as hell to meet the fans, but there, like Fury said, there is some times where every once in a while you'll get somebody that's excited to meet you and also very intoxicated.
Yeah.
And doesn't want to stop talking to you.
Right.
And it gets to a point where you got to be kind of like, okay, cool, you know, and there's that, it gets awkward for sure. But those moments are few and far between, I feel like. But the love, and a lot of the times they don't mean anything. They don't mean no by, they're just in a zone, bro.
Yeah.
They're coming, you know, they probably took some acid or some shrooms, threw up at the wheel and just.
Yep.
Shout out acid.
You know what I mean?
Shout out acid.
Shout out, but everything's capped, dude. That's the main thing y'all need to understand. And that GOATS is available now.
Yeah.
BIGS&P, thicker than German guard dogs in this motherfucker.
Ain't it
You know
though?
what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Shout out to Loaded Deluxe.
Who in S&P Fury
Yeah.
that you haven't worked with yet are you anxious to work with? Any one of us?
You, Squints.
Other than me, because that's the easy answer out.
Well, I've already worked with everybody. Well, except Leroy. But Leroy thinks I don't like him.
Leroy,
joke.
it's definitely
It's
a joke.
It's
for
a joke.
sure. It definitely is.
Before y'all get all worked up and shit.
No, it's a joke. It's a
Leroy
joke.
don't think he likes him. Leroy don't think I like him.
No, like we were at the studio recording and Chad called Leroy to say what's up. And Leroy's like this, Blind Fury, I don't understand why you don't like me. I mean, I'm a pretty good guy, you know? Especially now, you know, I've cleaned up my act a little bit. I'm just a fat fucker trying to make it like everybody else. But you don't like me, and that's okay.
Shout out to Leroy. That we told him about it. I guess he couldn't make it, but we'll get him next time.
Yeah,
Shout out to Mildred.
Big Mildred.
Big Mildred.
Big Mildred. Fury, we're going to get some stuff together with Fury and all the fellas, man. I know.
I can't wait.
I know Legacy and Tin Man is excited about it. And Chuck, everybody's excited. Twak, everybody is, man.
Twak. I like how you call him like his name.
Twak. Shout out to Jambo. Last week, this is a great Jambo story. Last week, we go down to shoot the video.
Shout out to fucking
for the
Jambo.
song that's out now. It's called Buckle Up. Jambo, myself, and o.n.e. We shot that video and the Here Right Now video, which is on Brady and Moss. Twak and Squints come with us too. And Jambo called Squints or Twak. He called one of them Twix. And he said, shit, I just merged y'all's names together. So then he started calling Twak Twig. And then he called him Whack, I think. 100.
Yep.
And then him and Twat, it just was really funny, dude.
Look, man.
You had to be there. And even if you weren't, some of you may have thought it was funny. And if you didn't, go fuck yourselves. I don't know.
Look,
It was funny.
Jambo's a special kind of guy, man.
Man, who you
Jambo's the
telling?
shit, bro.
I say that about him anytime people bring him up. And I don't actually know Jambo. I just know what I know about him. Mm-hmm. He's a special kind of dude. He's a unique person, man. Very unique.
For sure. And like I said earlier when we were chilling, I said, I love to see, I can't wait to see y'all work on something together musically. Just y'all two, but I also can't wait for y'all to meet and kick it where y'all can talk and because that'll be dope.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's a good dude to be around. Good energy though.
Yeah.
Good
And he's really anxious to create. Like it was interesting for me to see how anxious he was to rap that day.
Oh, dude, he was like, y'all gonna rap some songs or what?
Yeah.
Shit, we ain't done nothing.
He's like,
we shot 2 music videos.
Yeah, and we were like at stale because we were like in between shoots or scenes or like something was happening where we were like waiting on food or something happened where we're just in a fucking studio hanging out and talking. Well, after we talked for so long, I was like, man, fuck, cut a beat on. Let's fucking rap or something, man. Ain't we all rap stars? It's like, yeah, it was interesting, man. It really was.
His creative process is cool, man, because he creates quick, dude. He can get it, you know. with a beat going, he's usually got something already.
He does got he does
it.
got something kind of tucked away, and
You know what I mean?
he's like what you were saying, Fury, on your creative waves. Like he'll take something and just try to find something to make it work with.
Okay, listen, we really have to stop this charade. Jam Wayne is an industry plant. We all know it.
I
Right.
know, dude.
Right.
Because everything is capped.
Right.
Everything's capped. Dude.
Everything's capped, and you can see.
Yeah, I can see that he's capped.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Fury
saying?
can see that the fact that there's people that comment things on the internet and say, I don't think Blind Fury's really blind. I'm like, do you think this motherfucker is out here
For 20 fucking years doing the same shit?
on the internet acting like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Right.
Those are just stupid people.
Everything's capped.
There's a
bro.
lot of stupid
Everything's
people.
capped.
There's a lot of stupid people on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we forget
Yeah, I don't. Because I remind y'all every day on Facebook.
You do for
about
sure.
stupid people.
Know about cap.
Everything's capped.
Everything
It's a
is
daily
capped.
post.
Is that what we were naming this episode?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Might as well.
Man, I can't wait to see some Fury solo shit too. bro.
Yeah,
know
I
you're
meant
doing-
to ask that too. What's up with the Fury solo
I'm
project?
excited
Sorry,
about
Chad.
I'm working at it. I got a lot going on, man. Work be working, you know. Goats be goating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Available now.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I put a whole lot of my time and energy into goats and into some features and doing some production, teaching myself how to mix and, you know, all that, produce and whatnot. Because, like I always tell people, like I said a couple weeks ago, I'm a on again, off again, the wagon kind of guy. So when I'm on the wagon, I like to use that time I would normally use drinking to learn how to do shit. You know?
Yeah.
So teach myself how to make beats, teach myself how to record, teach myself how to mix. You know, it's just a gradual learning process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, don't sit around and be stagnant. That idle hands are the devil's playground, man.
Trust me, dude. I already know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt them.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. But like I had to figure something out
Yeah.
to be a contributing factor
Yeah.
because I felt stagnant. I felt like I wasn't
Yeah.
of
man.
value.
Sucks to feel, it's a sucky feeling, man.
You know, and what it was, and I'll say this here, and I haven't admitted this before, but like a lot of what it is for me is like when I wake up in the morning, I don't want to be foggy about what I may or may not have done last night and how I should feel about it.
Yeah.
You know, I like to wake up clear headed.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And the creative process for you, is it a lot easier? I mean, is it a lot more fruitful, like the creative process, since you're not drinking and as much or nothing?
I think that, yeah, once I get past the anxiety of it all, you know what I'm saying? Because when you use something for a long time as a crutch to, you know, make yourself do what it is you feel like you need to do, you start to really depend on that and be like, nah, man, I can't go to the studio unless I got a beer or I need a shot or I need to, you know, whatever it is you need to do. And that's cool. I'm not judging nobody or, you know, preaching sobriety to nobody. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm just saying, like, for me, I figured, hey, man, I ain't doing a whole lot of nothing with all this drinking shit, man. Like, all this time that I'm wasting sitting around here at the house just drinking and listening to other rappers, I could be sober and making my own music.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Was there ever a moment where you found drinking as a stimulant to like increase your creativity
Yes.
to where you you
and-
think that's where it came from? You think?
I think a lot of it is, for me, is inhibitions. I get real uptight and insecure because I can't see people.
Sure.
You know, and oftentimes we look for something to feel, you know, and in your case, you have eyes, you have vision. So you can look at something and get that dopamine rush of, oh, that looks really cool, or that car's real nice, or that bitch got a fat ass, or whatever the fuck it is, you know. Whereas when you're blind and you don't see nothing, you find yourself really bored and really thinking way too much, getting in your head. And oftentimes I was using it just to get out of my fucking head.
No,
Golly.
that makes a lot of sense, bro. Looking at it like from that standpoint,
Yeah.
I could totally see why that would make you want to drink, because again, just taking things for granted, like we're just used to being able to see it, like that's just what we're used to.
Right.
So it's like that's not even a thought that
Nope.
you know.
And you know, like, or for example, like a lot of it with me would be like it shows, right?
Yeah.
If I'm on stage and I'm rapping and performing, I can't hear what they're doing. They could be walking out on me for all I know. I can't see them.
Yeah.
And that would always be something. Those type of thoughts, they're very intrusive, and they, you know, and that shit right there, you know, will lead you to drink or use vices to kind of escape it.
Especially if it's helping you escape it.
Yeah, exactly.
Admittedly. Like if you can openly admit that it helps you escape, like by golly. I mean, it's almost encouraged to partake.
Right.
You know what I mean, bro? If that's going to help you, man, yeah, go ahead. You know?
But then there comes a point,
Yeah,
Squints,
I get it.
where you got to get a hold of it.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, I could see where that would be so like approachable. It could slip away, or it become where
Slippery
you feel
slope.
like you need it to do other things, not just create or like get past the not. Just an example, like a stage fright moment or some shit like that, or like that scenario you described, or people walking out. Like just to overcome those type barriers is one thing, but when you start doing it just to fucking make it to lunch,
that's extra.
You know what I mean?
You need to chill out. Exactly. And that's what I was doing. Like, me and Tootie would just, okay, for example, my fiance, I call her Tootie, whatever. But we'd be riding from South Carolina to Kentucky to visit her family. And I would just buy a 6-pack at the gas station and just be drinking in the car. And for what?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah, that's just. And now you got to stop every 30, 45 minutes and piss because you're fucking filled up on beer and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
More of an inconvenience.
It's an inconvenience at some point.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm proud of you that you've been able to do that, bro, because I know that wasn't easy to do.
Yeah. And again, like I said, I'm not sitting here saying I quit. I'm saying that right now.
But I mean, you got it under control, though.
Yeah.
That's the you don't have to necessarily, doesn't mean you have to quit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just may not be that specific thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can still do it. If you can still take a drink here and there and be cool, then cool.
then do that.
But like, that's dope that you was able to find that
balance.
That balance.
Well, just to recognize it. You know what I mean? To recognize the change is needed, or you know, that
a lot of people don't, man.
Yeah. Oh, dude, trust me, I have the most addictive personality on the planet. Luckily, the alcohol never was a thing to me. I got to where I would drink like every weekend. It was part of that. And like every time I go out and be social, I felt like I had to drink to be social or to have a good time or that type shit. But then one day I just decided I didn't want to drink no more. Like I literally was just like, man, for what? You know what I mean? Type scenario. But I'm not going to say I don't drink, but I do 90% of the time say I don't drink.
Right.
This has to be the right scenario, right occasion, right.
I'll grab a beer. Yeah.
Sure.
I'll take a
if it's the right occasion, I'll get drunk. I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, it's just got to be.
I'll give you one more example before we head out, because I'm sure we're going to head out here.
Yeah.
Like, you two know that I had a label situation a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a clear-headed, sober mind will say to you, yeah, you know what? Some of the drinking and partying that I was doing back then was very detrimental to that situation and probably caused me to make some decisions that weren't necessarily fruitful or beneficial to me or other parties involved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the time, you know, drinking and getting through that, oh man, fuck that. They just don't get me. Like, I'm doing what I do because I'm blessed.
You're in your mode,
But you got to, at some point, you know, take accountability. That's important. You know, so I fully, you know, accept responsibility for things that I did during that, you know.
Well, it's cool to see the growth, though, bro, because like I said, seeing you being able to do it, same with White. So shout out to White. I know you and White are close, and y'all check on each other, especially with, like, cause you said that's your accountability buddy, ain't it?
That's my guy, man. When I see White, we talk, man.
Accountability buddy.
Yeah, accountability buddy.
That's fine.
Shout out South Park.
Yeah.
But that's cool, man. It's just dope to see because, like you said, man, y'all know, like, there's some people that don't ever climb out of that.
Yeah.
That hole. They just keep trying, or sometimes they don't even try. They just don't want to try no more, and they just want to go down that. Yeah. To see you get out of it, and now you're being able to create music and release dope music and get,
but still be open about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To still be open about it and admit fault, and just to admit, you're not even admit fault, but just to recognize.
I'm human.
Yeah, dude. You know what I mean? Like, that says a lot about a person's character, and just to propose self-change and to actually stick to something to where you actually start to see results and can start asking questions why.
Because look at it like this. When Chad and Melly were at my studio for 3 days. There were not a single alcohol had.
No,
nowhere
for 3
in there.
days, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
drinking water and Pepsi Cola.
Pepsi Cola.
Now that's a good time.
That's
water
a good
and Pepsi
time,
Cola,
man.
bro. And we had some kind of gummies or something that were fire.
They were fire.
Like cannabis gummies or just
God, no.
Sorry.
No, I'm just saying. No, I would have been useless if I'd have taken them. No, they were like regulars. I forgot what it was. It was one of the ones Mel found. I can't remember, but they were fucking flame, son.
The ones I think flame right now are those Sweet Tar joints you're holding up on the East
gummy
Rich.
Halos. Yeah, I got
the East Rich thumbnail from a couple weeks ago. Chad's holding them up in the thumbnail, so that's what I'm talking about.
Some more
The
tomorrow.
Starburst gummies are the way.
The sour Skittle gummies are the way as well.
Oh man,
we're gonna have to get a bunch of them tomorrow.
Yeah,
if you're good.
If you're good.
Blind Fury, I love you.
Yeah,
I
shout
love
out
you back,
Fury,
man.
bro.
I'm so glad that you finally came to join us here on the podcast.
I'm glad I came too, man. We got to do this again.
Well, with or without your initiation and collaboration with Big Show and Prove, bro, that seat was yours anytime before that, but it's definitely yours anytime now.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying? But you
Thank y'all for having me, man.
bro. Again, I was it was so surreal just to have you pull up and just when I add the addition of the collaborative joint with Chad for the Goats album and all this fucking just BIGS&P talk, man, and just the vibe, bro. Like I never would have thought I'd be able to call Blind Fury my homeboy, bro. But I'm so fucking excited to the fact that I can. You know
Hey,
what I'm
man,
saying?
well, I'm going to tell you what, baby. I'm just glad to call y'all my family. You know what I'm saying, baby? It's been a long time coming. I had to get patience and dedication.
We got to link them up, bro.
It's gonna happen, dude.
Shout out John
Shout out
Broadnax, bro.
Broadnax, dude.
Shout out Blind Fury. Goats available now, motherfuckers, if you've been under a rock from Chatty, Bobby, and Blind Fury. More to come. Y'all know what's going on, man. It's Big Show and Prove over here. It's chadorangetv.com. I got shitsay.com. Our boy Blind Fury. Chatty, let's go.
Bitch, we got views.